Today we remember a hockey legend who not only guarded the net, but also became the spirit of Philadelphia. Bernie Parent, the Hall of Fame goaltender, has passed away at the age of 80. In this video, we look back at his life, career, triumphs, the accident that ended his playing days, and the legacy he left behind. Bernie Parent was born on April 3, 1945, in Montreal. The youngest of 7 siblings, his first training ground was the frozen streets and ponds of his neighborhood. His childhood hero was Jacques Plante, and with hard work, determination, and his family's support, Bernie grew into the player who would later write history with the Flyers. He stood out in junior hockey, and by 1965, he had a chance with the Boston Bruins. But his true breakthrough came in 1967, when the Philadelphia Flyers selected him in the expansion draft. After some ups and downs, Bernie returned to the Flyers in 1973, and that's when a golden era began. From 1973 to 1975, Bernie Parent delivered what are still considered some of the greatest seasons by any goalie in NHL history. In both 1974 and 1975, he led the Flyers to back-to-back Stanley Cups. Twice he was awarded the Conn Smythe Trophy as playoff MVP, and he also won the Vezina Trophy both years. His coach, Fred Shero, famously said, "Only God saves more than Bernie Parent." Between 1973 and 1975, Bernie won 91 games, including 24 shutouts. The Flyers became the first expansion team to win the Stanley Cup, thanks in large part to his brilliance in net. But hockey can be cruel. On February 17, 1979, during a game against the New York Rangers, a stick slipped through his mask and struck him in the eye. He was hospitalized for weeks, and though he recovered enough to return to daily life, his vision was permanently damaged. At just 34 years old, his career was over. The Flyers retired his number 1 that same year, and in 1984, Bernie was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. He later returned to the organization as a goaltending coach and then as an ambassador, staying close to the game and the fans who adored him. Off the ice, Bernie was a devoted family man. He had 3 children from his first marriage, and later, in 2016, he remarried, finding new happiness with his wife Jenny. Teaching his grandchildren how to skate was one of his greatest joys. In later years, Bernie battled Parkinson's disease. He faced it with courage and humor, but a recent bout of pneumonia weakened him badly. Surrounded by his family, he passed away peacefully. Today, Flyers fans are in mourning. His legacy is not just numbers on a stat sheet. He was the heartbeat of a city, a man whose humility, humor, and kindness matched his greatness on the ice. He inspired young players, gave back to the community, and always stayed true to his team and fans. Bernie Parent's story shows us that greatness is not only about trophies. It's about dedication, sacrifice, and the way you touch the lives of others. His playing days ended long ago, but his legend will live on forever. Farewell, Bernie. Your spirit, your confidence, and your smile will never be forgotten.